Hello, it's Friday, which means it's time for our live website review stream. If you've not been here before, what we do is we look at your website, see how we can improve your traffic, how we can improve your rankings, your sales, your leads, your social coverage, whatever it takes to increase your business's revenue. We're here to help you do it. And today I'm going to be joined by Andrea. Hello.
Hello.
How are we?
I'm good. How's the man cold?
Oh, thanks. Out me as soon as we're on the stream. Yeah. Not great. So I did just put it out on Instagram that, I'm suffering a bit today. But with the power of caffeine, chocolate, and the positivity from the chat, perhaps I can get through. But I know that we're on a similar level when it comes to lack of sleep as well. So I'll bring the energy and you bring the energy and we'll get it.
It's all going to be okay. Audience participation, vital today, please, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Otherwise, we might not make it through the full hour. So it's in your interest to please help. First off, we're going to ask, where are you watching from today? So I need to know, where are you watching from? Because, it's really nice. Right now, it's absolutely bucketing down here in Edinburgh. What's the weather like where you are, Andrew?
It's fine, actually, as I immediately look to the window. It looks like a nice autumnal day. Yes, it's not that I've been outside. It's, very nice and bright over here in Nottingham.
Jess is saying that you've both got this. I like your enthusiasm, Jess. I've got Gabe M's Olivari. Hi, everyone. I'm watching this live stream from Italia with a nice cup of espresso from the Garda Lake. Fantastico.
Not jealous at all. Wowzers.
Tampa, Florida. Woo woo. All right. We've got Burry St. Edmunds as well. Post-earthquake Tokyo. Phil, you're going to have to tell us more about that. I've not heard anything about the earthquake, but I hope everyone... I hope you're okay. I hope everyone else is okay. I hope it's not been too strong an earthquake. But in kind of like more positive news, here's your paperback. I just got an envelope for it. Now I just need to get down to the post office and send it over. You are getting this book no matter what it takes.
Anytime by
Hawaii. Christmas, what's that?
Anytime by Christmas, maybe. Yeah.
Ninja Express. Ashley from Hawaii. It's 2 a.m. My friend. It's great to see you. Ian, one of our channel members, Cloudy Northants. I'm from Yorkshire as well, where it's blue sky and sunny. Yeah, all right, don't rub it in. Come on. Super. Deepesh, great to see you. A regular watcher as well, is watching from London. Hope it's not too rainy where you are as well. So great. I've got a couple of websites that we want to look at today. If you haven't already, you can submit them via the form which is in the description, and we can try and take a look depending on how we do with time. But otherwise, we're going to get started with the first site, and the first site will be actually before we do that. I'm getting too far ahead. If you, like Phil, would like a copy of How to Get to the Top of Google, this book right here, you can do so by just being active in the chat. So normally we have you have to use the hashtag Ninja or Ask or something like that. Scrapped it for this week because I'm her. So just be active in chat, even if it's just to tell me where you're watching from or what you do or do not like about the stream or what you do or do not like about the websites we're looking at. All of it counts towards our thing, towards the giveaway. So I'm looking at how to share the screen at the same time. Multitasking, not my thing. Here we go. Right. Bada boom. Right. So if you just be active in the chat, even if it's just to say if you're subscribed or not. And if you're not, do hit that button down below. It costs you nothing. And if you don't look at what you see, I will refund you that nothing. Do not worry. And also hit like down below. That also helps. Be active in the chat. You'll be entered for the book. And at the very end of the stream, I will tell you who has won it. Ruben says nice bangs. Super. Cool.
So let's go. Wonky bangs.
Well, to me, they look great. If you just lean like that a little bit, it's fine. There you go.
Straight now. Made it worse now. It's opposite. I don't
Cool. Well, let's look at the first website. So we're going to look at Insync Listening, which is CA, which is our Canadian friends. Let's just make this a bit bigger. Don't go anywhere. So first impressions from everyone in the chat. Do you like this website? Yes or no? Tell me now. Yes or no? We like this website. Is it well optimized? Yes or no?
Yes or no. Jess, and then you'll be entered into the draw, remember. So get your yes or no's in. Yes.
Yeah. Jess is sending over some more support that your bangs look fine.
It's good news. It's good news. Yeah.
Jess is also saying that no, it's not a well
No.
optimized site. It does not
Oh, I
look
thought she was
good.
talking about my bangs. No,
Oh, no, the
that's
bangs look
not.
great. Big fan of the bangs. Yes, Phil says yes, looks good. Right? Who else? Deepesh, no. I think that might be it for the opinions for today. So, Andrew, in your opinion,
I think
good
we need
looking
the
website.
fix or rebuild back today, don't we? Fix or rebuild.
Absolutely right. Where's me banners? Hang on.
We're gonna go. I'm with Jess on this one and Deepash on the. This is a no for me. We see in sync listening therapy. I just don't know what that means. Who am I helping? What am I doing? What am I offering from a service perspective? What problems am I solving? So first of all, we need this. It's the rotating images, Dale, as well. It's our favorite problem, isn't it?
Can you see the chat already like picking up on it? Like Dale hasn't said anything yet. Don't worry, I'm holding on to it. It's coming.
He's just a little bit behind because of his man cold. He will come to it. We'll get them. We need to stop that rotating images, and we need to make sure we're messaging people straight away so they know that they're in the right place. They're going to be able to be helped with whatever service that they've got on offer here. I think as well, we've got that double element on the menu as well. We've got 2 lines, which is that's one of the big crosses as well. This is a big no-no. We want to make sure it's nice and easy to digest. So what you've done there is by having a second line under your menu, you're taking up that prime real estate and you're digging further into that main above the fold. So remember, the main above the fold is what we can see right now within the window. So really, really important that we get that nice and succinct. Have we got a sticky element in place, Dale? Have we scrolled down, or are we not sticky?
No. We don't have anything really much going on here,
anything
unfortunately.
below either. Oh my goodness!
This is really it.
Yeah, this is really. If this was the fix or rebuild, I would say rebuild right here because there's
hang on. Ta-da!
As if by magic. Yeah, there we go.
Boom,
yeah. Absolutely. The logo's in the right place. That's probably where I would go with this one. Well done. But yeah,
you got to contact us link in the header. I mean, that's something.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jess with her no sliders 2022. It's been that way since the year 1999 or 1996 or whatever the internet was first made into general use for everyone. No sliders, not a fan. And I will go to my deathbed with that stance. Cool. So landing page. So let's skip about us. Let's go with programming. Is that clickable?
We've got a lot of drop downs, haven't we? That's usually
it does not take me anywhere. Big thing I can't stand. Don't use all caps. It makes it really hard to read. Not super hard, of course. I'm not, I can manage just about. But when people scan words very, very quickly, like when you see, when you're in the train and you go past and there's some adverts on side, if it's well written, you can just about understand what that advert is about. That's the whole reason they're written in that way. If you write in like all caps, it's really hard for me to kind of decipher what it is very quickly. So just because people are used to that, like that camel case thing of like a letter goes like this shape. So you can very quickly understand what it is. Do not use all caps on your website ever, if at all. Cool. So let's go look at one of these. How ILS works. Yep, that sounds like a good candidate.
Okay.
Right. How it works. Above the fold. At least I know I'm on the right page.
Yes.
Let's go look at the. Oh.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to say it again. We need to rebuild here, don't we? So basically, the whole content on this page is how ILS works, and then how ILS works. So, there's just not enough information at all on this one, is there really? Yeah.
So, I mean, you've got a call to action. Click here to learn more, right? It's going to take you somewhere. Please be safe for work. What is this? Where am I? What is this? This is a completely different. What? At least this one looks all right.
Yeah, this one looks better.
Yeah, they can, take some tips from them, redo what they're doing, integrated listening. I feel like I'm being ferried around somewhere, maybe for referrals, maybe that's intended as like an external link to just to learn about stuff, and then you should come back. But why aren't you covering those subjects on this page or within your own content? If you're struggling for traffic, that might be why. You're sending people to the same content you should have on your website. So yeah, in terms of like how well designed this website is or isn't, I think we would definitely recommend a bit of a rebuild. In terms of like platform, I'm going to have a guess now that you're on like Squarespace or something. Let's have a look.
Just look
Squarespace.
good
I've got them
shout.
skills, you know. Yeah, you could do so much better for your website. First of all, in terms of design, but also the platform. Squarespace is really limiting. I'm not saying you can't earn business or earn leads or maybe sales just Squarespace. You're not going to build like a dominating and a niche or industry dominating website through Squarespace. Sorry, Squarespace, if you're watching, that's just how the cookie crumbles. Cookies. Yeah, so I would definitely have a look at like, okay, these landing pages, what are you offering people above the fold? This is giving me nothing. And I know that we talk about like our own client websites quite a lot because, well, I'm going to tell you why. It's because they convert really, really well. We know exactly what we're doing. So in terms of like conversion rate optimization, I'm going to suggest, hey, maybe take a look at this website, see what they're doing at the top of the fold and think about, right, what is my heading? What am I trying to communicate with people? What's my secondary message of, and a further explanation of what quicker bridging finance might be, and then having a really strong call to action. Now, in your case, let's just, if you go through like all the service pages, you'll see call to action always there. When I'm on your page, here we go. I don't have any calls to action. Listen, connect. What does that mean? Is this a music website? Is this for a podcast? Yeah. I don't know. So
at this stage, we don't actually know what this is still, do we? It's not obvious.
I think this has been built on the presumption that I know what I've been linked to. So you might, this might be a case of you're doing some networking or working with people and you mention a brand. Sorry, you mention what you do. You say, oh, go to my website and you can, contact me and we can sort out a call or something like that. But that's on the basis that all the traffic that you're getting is through referrals that you make yourself, through the networking you do. Your website should be your internet poster board of like, hey, here's my business. This is what I do. Here's how easy it is to get hold of. So I think redesign for sure, even though we don't want to redesign or fix.
Absolutely, because I think as well what you're saying is like a really good point. Even if you're using it for referrals to come in, the visitor who is landing on your website still wants to see how amazing you are at your business. So they still need to understand what it is you have on offer, why they should be using you. There's so many missing things here, from just basic information to what the services are. Well slid in there. Do you see how I filled that bit? And then also things like reviews and things as well. There's just nothing here from like an updated perspective to know that I can trust this business and what it is. So even if you are predominantly using your website to send people towards, it's still super important that the visitor experience is there, even if it's not SEO optimized.
Yeah, listen to Nightbot, who's in the chat as well. Hi, Nightbot. He's so reliable. Hit like if you're learning something so far today. And we've got Super Skills saying, wow, no, all caps. Looks like I have some work to do. Yeah, but it'll be worth it in the long run. Trust me. You can look for like research into legibility or user experience when it comes to website design, website use. A good group is a Nielsen group who do loads of freely available research on that. Basically, the easier it is you make a website to read, the more likely it's going to convert. My voice is changing. It's getting deeper and deeper. Cool. Let's have a look at another couple of pages and then we'll move on. So I'd like to know testimonials. Brilliant. You've got them. Why are they hidden in a page? They should be everywhere. So these are going to be really good. Struggling. My 7-year-old daughter was struggling with learning to read in grade 2. She just couldn't connect letters to sounds and therefore couldn't sound out words. So did an ILS program. We noticed a big change in her ability to tune in sounds in words. That's amazing. That's a hugely, hugely lovely, very, very lovely story of how you've helped a business. A business. I'm so used to talking about businesses all the time. You've helped a child. You've helped a mother to make a huge leap forward in their speech. That's massive. Why would we want to have that kind of stuff everywhere? So you see on a lot of the websites that we build as well. I mean, if you go to our own website, exposureninja.com, you should be going there anyway to request a free review. So go to exposureninja.com/review, and you can do that. We'll review your business with a bespoke 15-minute video instead of this session. My wife just came through, all distracting me by being fantastic. Yeah, but you want to have those testimonials on. I'm trying to get brownie points. yeah, you should have testimonials on your website. So if you go to, helps if I can write our own website address, our services page for SEO, for example, which is a service that we do really well. If you scroll down past the explanation of what we offer, who we are as an agency, getting a free copy of our best-selling book, unless of course you win it today with the free prize draw by just commenting. We've got case studies as well, which work very well, like testimonials. But you want to throw in a testimonial as well, so further service explanation. And we have a testimonial from one of our clients saying how useful it's been to have their company work with our agency on their SEO. You want to have the same thing on your website. You want to have it placed repeatedly on all your service pages. Try and mix them up. Use review stars if you're earning reviews for your business through Google My Business, which I highly recommend. You can place those there everywhere as well. For example, on our homepage, if you go there, you'll see our Google review stars are all there. Over 200 reviews plus. It's probably close to 300 now, I think. 4.9 out of 5. Excellent. You basically want to do the same thing on your website. You've got to have that social proof. Isn't that right, Andrea?
It absolutely is. It's so vital, regardless of what industry you're in. It's one of those absolutely amazing things that if people are landing on your website and they think that they've got a need for what it is that you do anyway, what you're doing by having that social proof in is making sure that people can say, this person was in the same situation as me. They've used this business and now look, the problem has been solved for whatever it is. So whether that's a purchase they were making, a service that they needed help with, it's absolutely adding up to making people want to take the next step. So we can see here, we've got different kinds of social proof. We've got the use of logos is so powerful. I think we were talking about this a lot last week as well. The different kind of products, so like beauty products, this kind of thing is essential that people have got this kind of social proof built up. But it's whatever you're in, you need that in there to make sure that people want to take that next step and can see. It's almost the effect of almost like fear of missing out. If everybody else has got the product, everybody else has got the service, you want to be involved too, and you want to get a part of it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It doesn't help that whilst this is quite pleasant to have like a community feature,
tricky, isn't it?
It's from 2016.
Yeah.
When there's really a big thing about like recency. You can have strong reviews, but if they're not in the last like 6 to 12 months, they may not do you all that much, that much help. And so, in fact, sometimes people see older reviews and they go, "Oh, maybe this business isn't operational anymore." So yeah, you really have to keep those fresh. Hey guys, over the actual website structure in order: hero, benefits, testimonials, footer for the homepage. Go over the actual website structure in order.
Yeah, so like the wire, what we want to see from a wireframing is that Ruben. Yeah,
Ruben. I mean, I don't really have a wireframe to really show you, apart from showing our own clients. Yeah. Sometimes they have depends on we've got testimonials here with the rating stars. I mean, this is a slider. I mean, yeah. Yeah.
I guess that main above the fold, if we want to be looking at that main above the fold, we always say to put the logo on the left-hand side, the menu running alongside it of some sort. So it's like a nice, neat header. So what you'll find with a lot of businesses as well, they'll have like a main service and then they'll drop down from the services. So people can then click to wherever they want, or they'll have a main shop button and then they'll drop down to categories from there. Then what we'd also say as well is, those clickable contact details in the right-hand corner, whether you're a lead generation website, this means that you're nice and accessible to somebody, or if you're like an e-commerce site, then what that's doing is it's building up credibility by having contact details in that right-hand corner. And then you'll see here, particularly on the house buyer bureau here, this is the main above the fold section, just below the header overall. So this is your prime real estate where you're looking to get across benefit positioning statement, how you're helping somebody, and then the next steps of whatever that may be. So that may be to get in touch with somebody. That may be the likes of getting a form in there to offer something for free for a hook in. More powerful if you've got something free to be offering that's useful to somebody, just like we do with our free reviews. We get them hooked in, so that we've got them with the free review. That's really, really powerful, something we will always recommend. And then from there, you can see we've got like the social proof backing up. So house buyer bureau, This is obviously one of those areas from an industry perspective. Social proof is going to be immense for these guys, that people know that they can trust this business in this industry. So they've got that trust pilot, they've got FIFO going on, they've got trust pilot in the header as well, because it's so important to them. May not be required that much on every single website, but for these guys, absolutely. And we can see again, those kind of the property ombudsman, again, people know that they can buy with confidence with them. They can use these guys for their service, because it's just building up that social proof element. So while there are the core areas within that main above the fold of what we want to see and where we want to see them, it is a little bit different for case by case, obviously, perspective, from an industry, from an individual service, from an individual product perspective. But that's generally what we're looking for. If you would probably agree with that, Dale, or if you've got anything.
Yeah, so I'm thinking like we work with a lot of different industries, so I don't think there's any industry that we haven't yet worked with, unless it's like an emerging industry or like niche or something like that. So I'm thinking of like construction industry websites that we've done work with in the past. It's a lot harder to get Google My Business reviews for that company, because people just aren't in that. They're not really thinking of it like that. They're not really thinking, oh, I need to get onto Google My Business, go onto Google and leave my review. They tend to do that with like your local takeaway and places like that, but or an electrician or something. When it comes to like bigger construction, like people who build like tower blocks and stuff like that, maybe a little bit harder. So you might not have the same kind of like Google My Business reviews or something like that, but there will be some form of social proof that you can have on your website. And sometimes that comes down to just having the right logos. Like if you built, I don't know, what's a big emerging company? Like, let's say Gymshark, who we're always end up mentioning Gymshark. I don't even own any Gymshark. Yeah, let's say they start building gyms because it's a close association to what they do. They start building gyms around the UK, standalone buildings. I'd want their logo on my website to say, hey, you saw that really cool building? I bought that. Or we build all of the Apple stores. Or we build all of the, I don't know, something else cool. Where's a really cool looking building, Andrew?
I've just immediately gone the Shard in London. I don't know where
there you go. Right, yeah, we built the Shard.
Yeah.
There you go. That's a pretty big boast to have on your website. So you might not have a review from Stacey P in Leeds about how great your construction company is, but if you can dollop a big fat the Shard logo on your website, that's going to help in terms of like proving that you're a well-trusted company, that you should leave your details with them. Right. Sorry, I missed this. Tell Med about it when it comes to reviews. Tell Med. What's Med? You're gonna have to tell me. Tell Med about it when it comes to reviews. Come back to me with that one. Right, so we do have a few more websites to look at. So part of the reason that InSync were reaching out to us was that they weren't having enough traffic. Yeah, I think you've got to work on your website copy. So this just, I don't know how ILS works. If this is all you've got to give to Google, Google are not gonna pick you over like 500,000 websites who have a really long explanation as to how it works. Like, why search for it now? Flight deck, what? Something about pilots, right? Okay, that definitely isn't right.
Well, that's one issue right there, then, isn't it? Is that it's got multiple meanings.
Yeah. Well, that's not going to help. Multi-sensory program. Okay, teaching. Okay, well, let's just have a look at this and see how much content they have. I'm going to guess they have a fair bit. Yeah, that's a fair bit of information here about what it is, how you can access it, the variations, techniques, like related things. So that'll probably take you through to another page on this website, which goes into more details. And yes, it does. So yeah, you want your website to do the same. If you're trying to rank for, multisensory program or multisensory training or something like that, you want to make sure that you not only have content for that search query at the very, very top, you also want to have all the related terms covered as well through guides on your website, blogs on your website, and so on. So in terms of traffic, you got to get more copy, more content onto your website. It needs to be professionally written, especially since this is such a important subject. We're talking about health and the mind and helping people through difficult parts of their life. And yeah, you really have to speak with authority, make sure you can back up some of the stuff that's been spoken about in there as well. So yeah, content would be a huge focus for me. You could achieve achieve something in terms of like ranking with Squarespace, but I would suggest in terms of having more flexibility with your website, I would suggest maybe moving over to WordPress. And given the amount of content that you have right now that I can see, I would probably just go for a fresh build rather than moving over some of this. This is a bit better, it's
not, the layout's not good, is it? We've got that newspaper layout, the 2 columns. You
can't you can't do 2-column content online. That's not how people read the internet. If I look for F-shape shower door seal, reading pattern. So this is a little bit dated. So the Nielsen, was it Nielsen Norman? Yeah, Nielsen Norman group. This is what I was talking about before in terms of like how people read the internet. People read it in a very, very specific way. And they did like eye studies like 10 years ago, or roughly 2012, 2010. And this is how people look at the internet. If you have 2 columns, people don't know where they need to look first, or if they're reading down, they then look to the right, and then they're skipping content that you really want them to be reading. So you really have to think about, okay, how do I lay out my page to make it as easily legible as possible? Here's an example of people having their eyes tracked to see how they read. So a lot of research has gone into this. That's a very old phone. And obviously it's mirrored from right to left languages as well, but they've done a more recent study. So there you go. All this content not getting read at all. That's a great study. I've referenced that so many times. There's even an updated version of that, which is called the layer cake reading pattern.
I think that was really interesting as well, because that last page you had, all that blue was in the above the fold section. And then once people got past the above the fold, there was nothing, which really stresses. You need to have that first window that they see working exceptionally hard for you.
Yeah. I mean, when people look at even our website, our pages, 50% of the people that land on a page don't get past the first like 25% of the content. They just, they if they don't see what they're looking for when they first load a page and then scroll down, they're going to get out of there pretty quickly. So it's really important that what they see is tip top. Cool. So this is the layer cake. So it's basically people are really just skipping around, looking at just the headings a lot of the time. Sometimes a few words which match their search query if they happen to scan across them. People scan content fast. They're not reading your 10,000 word blog post to begin with. They'll scan through it, see if it's relevant, and then decide if they're going to read all of it or not. So you see some more examples here of how people scan around this layer cake thing again. Only headings. So really important that when you are writing, you're writing in this particular way. This is actually a fairly decent example of how a page like that could be written on the is it the ILS website?
Yeah.
You can have your menu on the right hand side. I mean, my thing there is that people tend to ignore sidebars when they're there, which is why I think in Nielsen Norman's group they've swapped it to the left hand side, because people are more likely to go, oh, I wasn't expecting the content to be so far over to the right. So it's a nice little trick if you like to catch people out. But even this study is like from 2019 and a bit old. Let's see if there are any more examples of scanning. Yeah, same with e-commerce as well. People scan from certain bits and pieces. So really important. You just you optimize the way that your website is written. Okay, cool. Maybe we can move on to the next website. The next one I have lined up is the House of Swaddle, which is timed out because we've been talking about this for 29 minutes.
Oh, we don't get going, Dale. We don't shut up, do we?
Yeah, we've just got so much knowledge to share. So tell me in the comments, is this a well-designed website, yes or no? Don't forget, if you do say yes or no, you are entered in for the prize draw for this book, How to Get to the Top of Google. And once you do say yes or no, I can have some coffee because I am struggling.
It's all going to be okay. It's all going to be okay, I promise. Yes or no, everyone? What are we thinking with this one? House of Swaddles. Do we all know what a swaddle is?
Yeah, can't do it. The one thing I couldn't do ever with our daughter was the harnessy thing, the wrap.
Oh, right. Okay.
I just could never do it. I just had too much fabric left over. I didn't know what to do with it.
Oh, man.
So a lot of people saying, Jess is saying, no, it's not a well-designed website. Phil saying yes. Joe saying, so DigiPlug saying no. Gabe saying no. Lots more no's here. What's a swaddle? Well, we're going to show you. If you get end up on this website, you what's that?
I was going to say you have some training today.
yeah. So if we scroll down, obviously we've got another problem with not enough stuff being above the fold. Also got a problem with me accidentally right-clicking. But a swaddle is like this. Basically, when you bundle up a little baby, you can tell. Not a great website. There's no.
We need the rebuild sign again, Dale.
Yeah, where's my button? Where's that button? Give it here.
Get the big button out.
Right, here we go.
Yeah.
Give this a rebuild. Come on. Yeah, so I can't even show you what swaddling is because they've not even given some good examples. Yeah. Well, listen, for you all to know, baby swaddling. Is that working? Baby swaddling, baby swaddling. Swaddle wrap. There we go. Get some images in here. Okay. This is what is internet? What are you doing to me today? Right, this is a swaddle. It's basically you wrap up that baby so they can't escape you. That's it.
Basically, you've trapped them. They can't scratch themselves. They can't do anything. They are there.
Oh, is that what it's for? I just did it. I was tired of it. Just put it down. She can't run off.
No, because they throw those little mittens off, don't they? So you've got to no, you go.
Do you know what? With my daughter, we had to put socks on her hands because it was the only thing that wouldn't come off.
So cute.
Put like tiny socks on them. So yeah, this is what swaddle is. They're super useful. Almost every parent, I think, has used one, even if it's just for the first few weeks. And it's a case of safety, but also it helps them to sleep as well, to feel comfort. Because we have to remember, like when babies are born, they've come from this really snug environment where they're all closed up in that fetal position, and then they're suddenly arms and legs flailing. They don't know what's going on. It's a very big shock for them. So this helps them. It's a really great product, but this is not a really great website, in my opinion. Andrea, tell me.
Afraid not. No, my goodness me. Yeah, we do need a rebuild here, don't we?
So that's for another stream.
So here we go again on what we need with that kind of that wireframing look for an e-commerce. So this is going to be a little bit different to what we were talking about with the ILS one. So that logo to begin with needs to be narrowed right the way down. That is not what we want to be like dominating this main above the fold section. It's going to have that tiny little logo in the corner there. Again, we've got the 2 lines for the menu because that logo is so big. So what we want to do is, again, get that one menu down. I've seen a few websites doing this recently, and I think that this must be one of the standard things within Shopify where it says catalog. Whereas I just go straight to shop with that instead of catalog. So when you hear catalog, you think, am I just browsing other things to, is it going to be a PDF or something? So I would just get that straight to shop so people know exactly where it is. They know exactly where those products are, and then they can drop down from there. Then we want to immediately start to build up social proof and buyer confidence on this website. So the way we can do that is a couple of different ways. Again, we were talking about those contact details in the right-hand corner is showing somebody that you are a real business. Should they have any issues, concerns about actually this process or receiving a product incorrectly, then they're going to be able to get hold of you. So we're trying to build up that credibility really fast. And what we'll also see here is that people will typically glance to the right-hand corner with their eyes when they're looking for those contact details, which is why we say that right-hand corner there. Then with an e-commerce store, 99% of the time, we're going to say we want a USP bar, either at the very top of the page, which is where Shopify will typically put their USP bars, is at the top of the page there, or actually just below the menu overall. And what, again, we're doing with that USP bar is we're showing somebody at a glance that they can confidently buy from you, because we're going to talk to them about their shipping, the delivery that they have, whether there's a certain element of once they spend over a certain amount of money, it's going to be free. We want to put in your return policy in there. If there's any kind of options with the likes of Klarna where we can have multi-elements, or any kind of offers you may want to consider putting in there as well, depending on what's right for you, guarantees, that kind of thing. And then the sticky menu is there, but it's just not working in any way, shape, or form right now because it's just too big. And when we've got that kind of translucent background as well, that's not really helping because it's kind of crossing over the content. So we're just losing the menu. So we want to make sure that you know, absolutely transforms into something that is going to be nice visually to then be able to navigate across from there. And of course, the be all and end all, when we get into that main above the fold section, we need to understand what is going to be different. Why am I buying swaddles from you than anybody else? Is it the material that you use? Is it how they handmade? Where are they coming from? Are they organic? Are they organic certified? Whatever it is, we want to be getting that across. What is it going to be that makes it different for you? And then ultimately, what do we want people to do? We want people to shop now. So we want to get that shop now element in. And I think for these kind of e-commerce sites, this is where we want to see that Google logo, that Trustpilot logo, just a little logo to, again, have that buyer confidence in there. People have loved this product you're showing people. They can buy with confidence. I'm going to give you the product. There's not going to be a problem with it. It's going to be no issues. So we're really building up that massive credibility for people. So rebuild on this one for sure, I'm afraid. Too many things that we're talking through there. If we want to have should we have a little look at product page as well and see what we're dealing with?
Absolutely.
Is this Shopify? Is this one, Dale? Is it?
It looks like it's Shopify to me.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. So we're through. Is this the overall catalog page? Was this?
That was the
Okay.
I think that was the swaddles.
I don't like that background. I don't like the background on the catalog pages, and then this. Yeah, this is just not working for me. This black, you know, when you're talking about earlier about making things easy to read, that black element, no, we don't want black with white. That's one of the areas that's very difficult to see. We've got lots of different imagery here, which is nice to see. We don't really have any babies in this. Oh my Lord, what does that mean?
I don't get this. I think I know what this is. I mean, this is just an assumption, but I'm guessing this is like a drop shipping site.
Right, okay.
And that some of these are just being pulled through from a platform.
Wherever they're getting them,
yeah, you've got like Overload and a few others where, they just pull products through based on your search queries. I mean, perhaps that's not the case. If this is your website, please tell us in the chat. It'd be really helpful to know, because obviously give you better recommendations. But yeah, the background's just not working for me. A lot of the time, you don't have to like reinvent the wheel when it comes to website design. Like, in fact, it can break people's expectations and how they behave by changing things too much. Hello, it's yours, right? Super. Hello.
Lovely.
How you doing? Right, so is this a drop shipping site, or are these products that you're putting together yourself? It'd be great to know, because I mean, that's just the impression I get from the product numbers and stuff like that. It feels like stuff's just being pulled through from a.
So they should be like obviously describing what it is, what the material is, so then people can click on it and then it will go through to that. So we can see that's got owl next to it. So that must be, mustn't it, for that one? It's drop shipping. Okay.
Yeah, it's a drop shipping site. So I mean, I understand that that's kind of the way things work, but I think that you could probably do some more from the back end of things. Like when your product's being pulled through, you can tailor some aspects of it, like product names and things like that. So I think that to begin with, I think you need to have a look at the way this website is designed. I'm presuming that the majority of your traffic is through mobile. Is that right? Let's just have a look. Maybe the website looks a bit better when on mobile.
That sometimes happens, doesn't it, when we're looking at these kind of sites? But I'm going to say my age-old thing that, even if 10% of your traffic is on desktop right now, why would we not, try and make that as work hard for you as we possibly can do?
And don't get me wrong, maybe this looks a bit better than it does on desktop, but it's not really working for me. It definitely looks better on mobile than it does on desktop, but I can tell you now that a lot of shoppers, when they're going around and looking at websites, they're getting shown stuff on via Facebook ads or Instagram ads, which I'm guessing is your traffic source. A lot of the time, people will just like, all right, I really like this, and then decide to not buy it on the phone. They'll go and buy it on the computer because maybe they want to just check out the sizing is a bit different. They want to look at the delivery terms. I'm guessing because this is drop shipping, it's like 6 to 12 weeks for delivery, unless you're using a European warehouse. I know that like AliExpress, I think has like multiple warehouses available.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think a redesign is probably the way to go here. I mean, it's good that you've got copy and like plenty of copy on here, but it's just I'm never going to read that. If I'm on a mobile device, a lot of copy is just not for me unless it's a subject I'm deeply invested in. Like I'm trying to learn about something. When I come onto an e-commerce site, I don't want to learn anything. I just want to buy. Unless it's a deep description as into how these products are made. Yeah. I mean, I think I was looking at Bombast the other day. Let's have a look if I can find Bombast. No, that's Bombast. Right. High performance socks, or at least that's what they call them. It's like $30, $40, $50 for a pair of socks. Ridiculous amount of money. But, you know, somebody's
Do they make you go faster, Dale?
Yeah, they do. You have no idea. I broke a few Olympic records when I was wearing these. Yeah, if you go into this, $49, pretty much $50 for a pair of socks, 3 pairs of socks, sorry. That's a very high volume.
That is a lot of reviews for socks as well. That's amazing. That's making that's working, isn't it?
This tells me a couple of things. One, their branding really, really works. Two, they're using multiple marketing channels. I expect that social is a big part of it, as well as social ads. But also that the website is really well designed. Otherwise, people wouldn't convert on it well. So we put this into mobile. Let's check. Yeah, iPhone 6. Yeah, that's pretty much what people wear and use, right? Right, Bombast. Right. So from the get-go, as soon as you load in, you can see like where I'm going to go. I want to look at kids socks. It's loading a bit slowly. Gabe, you're running IG and Facebook campaigns at the moment. Be curious how much you're spending on budget at the moment, because I highly expect that our PPC ninjas could definitely get a better performance out of them once we make some changes to the design.
Yeah.
Because I think a few tweaks.
I think that's it. You don't want to be investing in traffic right now until you've got that website sorted, because that's going to make a huge difference to what that traffic is going to do. The other massive thing that you're going to want to have a little look at, Gabe, as well, is making sure you've got email marketing in place. For somebody like you, this is going to be absolutely critical, particularly if you're looking to target, families, mums and dads who are actually purchasing, because that means, they're not just going to want one, they'll likely have multiple families as well. So when they've got other children, they're going to want to buy new things. You've got other products on there as well. So it's not just the swaddling blankets. We're really making sure that we're going to be running, the right kind of campaign for them. Email marketing is going to be absolutely huge for somebody like yourself. And I don't think anything came up during that whole period we talked about, did it, Dale, of like a pop-up or anything like that for sign up to newsletter marketing. Yeah. So certainly that's what we would suggest, is make sure you've got the likes of a timed pop-up in place. So give people time to navigate, give them time to start to look at what products they've got, get that interest building, and then hit them with the 10% discount for the first time purchase. Get them hooked in over, with some great content, that you've got the perfect kind of project for this, tell them how to swaddle, tell them the importance of swaddle, that kind of content building up that they're going to want to know about. So you're offering them something useful as well, getting that discount in so that you can get that first time purchase through. There's an incentive there. And if they don't make the purchase, you've got their information to be able to remarket to them and say, notice that you didn't go ahead with the purchase. These are the kind of the products that we've got, that you have, and you can get over those objections of whatever maybe they're thinking in their head. Are you still trying to buy socks, Dan?
Yeah, I'm trying to stop myself, actually. I completely agree with what you're saying there. I think that, remarketing is a big thing, of course. So just, once you've paid for people to come through to the website and they've not purchased straight away, it doesning mean you can't reactivate them later on and get them further down the line through some retargeting ads, or, as you say, like email marketing. I'm trying to think of another thing as well. Because you're on Shopify, you might be able to do a few things like focus on your cart abandonment or checkout abandonment. So you can send people like a follow-up email if they include their email before checking out, and then don't complete it. You can send them like a follow-up email, or you can send them an SMS depending on if they've used their mobile number, because with Shopify you can use your mobile numbers to check out as well. I think there's a lot of potential, because I think the products, there's a lot of high interest there, especially when it comes to like seasonality as well. You're going to see like a boom in certain parts of the year as well. Close to Christmas, people want to buy presents for new parents, new families, new kids, and so on. So yeah, I think if you could take oh my goodness, what is my right finger doing? Right finger, right bum. Yeah, I think if you have a look at your design and how you make it work harder for you, you maybe can squeeze out a few more sales per month, but I think you're going to have some wholesale changes to make as well. I feel sick. Oh.
It's okay, though.
Oh.
Just over 10 minutes. 10 minutes, we can get one more in,
okay,
right?
We could do it. Yeah. So another website. This is an ecom, Ralph's Orchard. Ralph, if that's your name, if your name is actually Ralph, tell me, let me know. Please don't say that timed out.
No, come on.
Oh, phew. Thank goodness for that. Right. So still collecting entries. If you want to win a copy of this book, this one right here, you're going to have to just talk in the chat. Any kind of comment whatsoever, whether it's positive or negative. Tell me. But what I really want to know right now
what
is...
do you think of Ralph and his orchard? I was a little bit disappointed you weren't true there, to be honest, Dale. Yeah, I was kind of expecting,
Absolutely. Tell us in chat. Is this a good-looking website, bad-looking website? Good-looking website, yes or no? Yes or no? Tell us in the chat.
Yay,
Gabe,
no.
absolute
or in your
pleasure
own language, because we've got a lot of global ninjas today. Tell us in your language.
No, that would be super. Oh, I love that. Nothing going through so far. I'll give it another 3 seconds, and then Andrew, I'm coming to you.
Okay.
Phil says yes, it's a good-looking website. Phil, you say yes to all the websites. Ralph's Orchard is saying hi. It's Ralph's Orchard.
Oh,
Ralph,
hi, Ralph.
Is your real name Ralph, or is it? Can you imagine Ralph's Orchard?
Ralph Orchard, like Andrea Iliff. Yeah, it's Ralph.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So DigiPlug is saying that it's better than the previous sites today. The green is a bit distracting. Yeah, I don't disagree with you. So I did have a little look to see in terms of like compatibility and legibility. Sorry, so that when you're using Chrome, you can click on Inspect. Not in mobile view because that's not what I want right now. You can use this little selector to hover over stuff, and then you can see where it says accessibility in a little pop-up. It says contrast, and it gives you a little green arrow, a green tick, or a red cross if it's easy or hard to read. So you're in that area of, people can read it, but could we minimize it and make pull back on the green and make it as easy as possible to read by going maybe white, heavy white? I probably would do that. But yeah, so that's in response to somebody saying it's quite green. Phil loves the green. Phil, it's so positive.
Of course you do, Phil. Phil loves everything.
Ralph is not called Ralph. Ralph is called Joe. Hi, Joe.
That's upsetting, by the way, just so you know that.
Yeah.
It's very upsetting.
You have to change your name, sorry.
Yeah, but hi, Joe.
Nice font choice for the white text on the images is hard to read.
Yes.
Yep. Don't disagree with that.
I agree.
Not keen on the image overlay. Yeah. So, Andrew, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I'm going to say we need to strip down on the green, to be honest. I like the elements of the green, and I think that there's ways you could use those elements of green, but I think just having the white background with more of an overlaying green imagery will stand you in better stead, to be perfectly honest. So almost having the white background, and then when we're looking at that main above the fold, when we're looking at the kind of our sites with the likes of Apex, where we saw that big imagery in the main above the fold, have that as like your kind of your green elements, because it just makes it a little bit trickier. It looks like with the imagery as well next to the green, it's very much like it's just disappearing, like that's all we're seeing is green. So what we want to focus in on is those main messages, what's going to be important to you. So just like the other ones here, we want the logo is exactly where we want to see it. That menu is a decent looking menu here. The what I would say is at the top, the USP bar, you want to switch that from black to maybe white, or a kind of a different kind of color, because that's quite difficult to see. It's not really popping at the moment. Are you going to try and do your trick here where you try and change colors on me?
Maybe.
It didn't work last week, Dale.
I know. I'm sorry.
And you added the poorly elements as well. Let's see what happens here. This is going to be interesting. Everybody on their edge of the seats now, see if you can do this. So And then within this main above the fold, what we want to do is just kind of have a little bit of a redesign here, really, Joe. So making sure we've got that main above the fold like we just have, even if it's almost like just one imagery on the right hand side, and then on the left hand side put your benefit positioning statement, because I imagine that you've got a lot of USPs and benefits that are going to be to your business. That's all about your business. So you can see the hand poured, you've just taken it off me, Dale. Hand poured soy wax, luxury bath salts. So even those kind of elements that, if there's something about the hand poured soy wax candles, are they things like, are they vegan? Are they environmentally friendly? They're big things with wax candles at the moment, those kind of elements. Having that within that USP, that benefit positioning statement will really, really help. And just having a bit of, I would just say, a bit of a redesign really on this main above the fold. Are you still trying to work out your colours?
No, I did that one. I was just seeing if I could make the background go white. Colour, body. Let's try that one.
Yes. Yes. Don't move. Right,
don't do anything.
Everybody, here. This is it. This is the one.
Look at it. This
is the one right here. Can you? Does it scroll up and then can we see like the USP bar with the dark? Oh, that's better. Look at that.
You're welcome.
Look at that right there. But do you see how when we've got the white background, it's like the imagery pops a lot more than where we had it with the green background, because we were so distracted with the green element. So I would stretch that imagery out, as I say, just keep it to maybe 1 or 2 images maybe here, because again, that's a bit distracting with what we've got. You've got some obviously nice, it looks like lifestyle imagery. Get one of them up there, which represents you guys. Benefit positioning statement, and then straight through to the shop page for people to see what's on offer from there. But we can see we've got reviews on the left, which is great as well. Big tick for that one.
Actually, see, it's more visible now, the reviews thing, now that the background's changed colour, the contrast.
Yeah. Totally agree. Should we have a look at a product page, see what we've got with the...
Indeed. Although I warn you now that this white will disappear because it's only for in this window. So prepare yourself for green, people.
Yeah, you did well, Dale. Well done.
Thank you. Autumn, winter. I'd love a nice autumny winter thing right now. Eco-friendly vegan soy candle. Interesting. Let's try that one. Right. Brilliant. Thoughts?
Okay.
What are you thinking, chat? Good, bad? We like it?
Yeah, the first thing to say here, though, in the title, we've got that eco-friendly vegan soy candle. That's what we want in your benefit positioning statement on the front page. It's that kind of element. Or even creating little icons, which would be like little round circles where it would say like eco-friendly in it. And then it would say like soy candle, ethically sourced, that kind of element on your homepage. So what you're doing is you're telling people straight away at a glance how you're going to help them and why they should be buying from you. What do we think of the product page?
Obviously the green is a problem because then it makes this bit not stand out. So I didn't even realize there was an option to be in silver, tin, or glass. But yeah, in terms of like having more products, this is good to see that you've got some more variations, and also like including other products as well makes me think, oh, there's something else I could be looking at as well. I can look for the amber and rock salt. That's a bit of cross-selling, even if it's... So cross-selling is a great thing to do at the checkout phase, or just adding to basket. You can suggest, oh, maybe you want to add in this extra candle. We'll give you a £2 discount off that one as well. But to do it through imagery as well, really smart. I like that. Obviously there's only so much detail you can go into with description. But you can always add more content here, add reviews to the very top. So if you're going to have a very short description, you can have right underneath here reviews from people rather than them being stuck at the bottom of the page. No, they're not here at all. So you could have like a few reviews here and then condense this to the left hand side, so have the stack above each other, and then just have like reviews down the right hand side. So that does kind of... With e-commerce, there's a higher expectation that you're going to have a 2-column split, so you can get away with it a bit more. But again, then we have to start to consider, is this a mobile heavy website? Maybe we'll make some changes depending on that. I'm just intrigued by this maple honey business, because as a good old vegan, I have no idea what that is. Maple honey, but the full honey flows, of course. Okay, well, interesting.
Wow. There you
interesting
go.
Indeed.
Yeah.
You learn something new every day.
I would definitely
Cool.
say as well that you're going to want email marketing with this particular business as well, because what you're going to be able to do is offer things like potential subscription services that might be worth consideration. So you could almost offer up a different fragrance every month for people to actually be sent different kinds of fragrances. So you can offer it up as gifts or that kind of thing as well. So really making sure, again, we're helping that average order value, and you've got the lifetime element of the customer in place as well. So yeah, lovely to see that we've got reviews. We want those, as Dale said, on the product page that people can see. Everybody saying wonderful things about your products on that individual page when they land there.
So I'm just looking at another e-com store that I've bought from recently, and this is a good kind of example of the subscribe. It's bloody delicious. So they have like a flavor of the month. Every month they give you, see, they're all about the pop-ups and stuff. They really know what they're doing. Their marketing team is super. Refer a friend, always good too. Doesn't cost much to set up an app like that. Yes. So with the monthly flavor of the month, you basically subscribe once, and then people just, you get regularly like different flavor every month. You can do the same thing with candles too. You could just say, candle of the month, and have people send through. You send people whatever flavor you've done that's seasonal or limited edition, stuff like that. And then when they are subscribed, you can then pitch them other items or upgrades or all kinds of other stuff from via email afterwards, so with that follow-up stuff. Jake asking, oh, sorry, I feel very not good.
Okay,
how often do we do these reviews, Andrea?
Well, we can apply for a free one right now, Jake, if you want. So if you go to exposureninja.com, we've got our free digital marketing reviews, our 15-minute reviews, where one of our marketing consultant teams, so it'd be me or one of the team, will actually look at getting together your own individual customized review for you. We do these every few weeks, don't we, Dale, from a review perspective, mix it up with some other informational reviews as well for you. But yeah, absolutely. Subscribe and you'll know exactly what you get.
Absolutely. Andrea, I'm disappearing. You can do this on your own now. You don't need me anymore.
You've taught me well, Dale.
You're a natural. So yeah, you can request a personalized review, and you just enter your details there and tell us what your objective is with your business and your website, and yeah, you'll get a personalized review. Normally about 15 minutes, sometimes longer if Andrea has more to share, and they often do.
I do a lot, yeah. I'm not trying to hold it back either. Yeah.
That's the thing, because that's the one thing I really love about our marketing consultants is they're just there to try and help you as best as they can. Whatever recommendations they can make, they're going to give it to you, whether you implement them or not. That's entirely up to you, but yeah, they're never going to leave anything unspoken.
That's it. It's that different set of eyes sometimes, because it's difficult to take a step back and actually see what needs changing in order to be done. The final little thing as well to really mention with Jo and her candles as well. I saw this recently with a different company, whereby when I bought a gift set, they actually sent me, as part of the gift set, a little card that came through to me saying, if I leave a review, they'll send me a free candle. So if you want to really build up that social proof to then go heavy with the likes of Facebook ads or Instagram ads, those kind of things, that will put you in really nice stead to be using those reviews as part of that ad that you then put together, so people will know why they should be using you as well. But we just want to make sure that that website is fabulous first before we start to then absolutely start to invest in the traffic driving towards it.
Yeah. I was just thinking of, for example, when you request a review, you can also, when you've got past the form, you can do something where you basically can get all of our books. So we have 4 books available on Amazon as a paperback or Kindle book, and to get them, all you have to do is click on a button that says share this to Facebook or Twitter and say, hey, I just requested my free review, and you can get one too by going to this address. It's just a very, very simple setup to have like that referral traffic coming through, and you pick up a few extra reviews here and there. Basically, that's one area where I think people don't tap into enough, is like referral traffic. So we have a heavy focus in our streams talking about SEO and page search, page social, all those traffic channels. But referrals, like a huge one. you just speak to the right people and where they're hanging out. So, for example, like influencer marketing is a form of referral in a way. You're getting people to talk about you and send that traffic over. Referrals. Work on it. We could do a stream about referrals, like referral traffic, I'm sure. Cool. So we're up to the end of our hour slot. So I need to pick somebody as a winner of the book. So let me find the right window for that. Andrew, any plans for the weekend?
I am going to sleep this weekend because I haven't slept for 3 nights because my little boy's been poorly. So yes, that's all that's on the cards for me, I'm afraid. I imagine it's the same for you. Yes.
Yeah. We were talking before the stream. Like, neither of us have slept. Children ill, not sleeping, not good.
It's why we know all about swaddles.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. So you got a few seconds to just say anything in the chat. It could be pleasant. It could be cruel. It's entirely up to you. But if you're cruel, then Jess, our moderator, and the public marketing team will just drop the ban hammer on you. So do so at your own risk.
Leighton has just asked about his review request. So what will happen now, Leighton, is you've been put into our system and you'll get some emails bouncing back telling you exactly what's going to be happening with the process of that review from there. So we'll be in touch very, very soon.
Absolutely. Cool. So I'm going to hit draw. Good luck to everyone. And if you do win, just reach out to me via my email address, which is just here at dailyexposureninja.com. And I will send you a copy of the book. If you prefer paperback, fine. If you prefer Kindle, fine. If you prefer audiobook, fine. If you prefer PDF, I can do that too. So Albert, fantastic. Congratulations. Just send me an email and we will sort that out. Otherwise, everyone, it's been a fantastic stream, all things considered. Andrea, I can't thank you enough. You've really you kept me going. So all those fantastic digital marketing knowledge bombs, I really, really appreciate it. So everyone, take care of yourselves, and I will see you next Friday.
Next Friday.
Have a great weekend.
Bye.